Hello, everybody, and welcome to Poland Daily Travel. I hope you've had a good day and that this will be an interesting episode for you. We have with us from Ukraine, from Kiev, capital of Ukraine, Patrick Patterson, journalist and photographer. And we also have Anthony McFarlane Gonzalez from beautiful downtown Bydgoszcz, a pleasure location within Poland. Isn't it, Anthony?
It depends on the person.
As small towns go, it's not bad.
Yeah. No, not that.
Yeah, it's got some nice architecture.
Just like Minnesota, don't you know?
What? What's that? It's like Minnesota, what?
Don't you know?
Oh, yeah,
No.
Don't you know? Yeah.
I know.
Listen, Patrick, in the last episode you were telling us about a beautiful drive in the Ukraine. Would you start off at the beginning again, just to refresh our memories and carry on?
So driving from Kyiv to Kyiv Rig, you leave Kyiv on what would be like a normal highway, all flat, no holes. You're swerving in and out of checkpoints that are manned and unmanned, but nonetheless, it's a smooth surface. And then you get onto this highway, and every time we get on it, it's the discussion is like, man, this is like this is like driving in Germany. It's amazing. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the highway ends. It's a brand new highway, and all of a sudden it's like farm fields in front of you on this beautiful new 2-lane highway. And then you divert to the other side of the road and you get on a 2-lane highway that becomes 2 directions, and it's still like a new highway, but it's a 1 lane on each side. And on the other side of the road, there's nothing. It's just dirt. And so at some point, they just stopped construction on this highway, and they just said, well, we'll just shift it to the other one, and we'll just put it to 2 lanes instead of 4 lanes. And so that was going to the Kherson region, and then getting to the Kherson region, like roads just disappear. They just become gravel, or they become flooded, or they naturally become. There's been times where I'm like, "Is this from the war?" And they're like, "No, this is just our normal road." So yeah, it's travel in Ukraine is
Interesting.
Adventurous. Yes, yep. Whether you're by train, by bus, or private car, it's long and adventurous.
It's never a dull moment. That's for sure.
Have you been in the Kherson area, Tony? Traveling in your got here? You're going to be sending those letters again. Don't send them.
No, not in my Mini, but definitely with other vehicles that we had that we were able to travel. Yeah, definitely over in the Kherson region, dropping off humanitarian aid and goods.
Yeah. Does Patrick's story sound familiar about the roads?
Very extreme, especially when you get off the main roads and you're getting towards the villages. It's mainly hard. Some compact gravel, and sometimes even that gravel road is kind of washed out. And I'm like, Jesus, how the hell are we gonna make it through this?
So for the first time in my life, I was living in Zoom, and I was driving, and 2-lane highway, not a single soul on it, and I'm driving, and then in the distance I see these 2 lights appear on the opposite side of the lane. And all of a sudden the lights start to come over to my side of the road, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to hit this car head on. And I yank the wheel to the right as hard as I can. First time I've ever done this. I go off the road. The front of the car is hitting like brush, and I correct again and come back onto the road, and I stop. And everyone in the car is like, what just happened? Why did you do that? And I'm like, you didn't see that car almost hit us head on? And they're like, no. They're 2 motorcycles drove by, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it was like mental exhaustion or what, but in my mind, I saw this car moving right into my lane, and I literally almost killed all 5 of us in the car. I like centimeters from being in this large canal, this drop off. And I've seen people just driving down the dark highway, and they're doing 70 miles an hour, and there's no lights, and there's a old military block post set up, and they just hit it without even hitting their brakes because you can't see it.
They hit the block post there?
Absolutely.
They just go in. Tony's shaking his head. Oh, yeah, obviously.
You can't see it.
Right,
You can't. Yeah, it's pitch black.
It's
like when
looming out of the darkness.
I almost
Yeah.
hit block posts in the middle of the night.
Same here. I almost hit it in Rusty's van.
How fast?
70 miles an hour.
Okay, that's all we got for this particular episode. I just want to ask Patrick one thing. How fast were you going when you went off the road?
65.
Great, Scott. 65 kilometers?
No, miles.
I haven't converted yet.
Oh, 65 miles per hour. Good Lord, my friend. Slow down. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.